Apophis and Astronomical Reality, the 2026 to 2029 window. 2026, Annular Solar Eclipse, February 12, 2026. Deep annular path over Antarctica. Astronomically low energy impact, but marks the start of a 3-year tri-eclipse sequence. 2027, the Egyptian/Luxor total solar eclipse, August 2, 2027. This is the big one. Totality crosses Luxor, Karnak, Valley of the Kings. Longest total solar eclipse of the 21st century, 6 minutes 23 seconds. Rare because it crosses a major ancient grid node. 30 degrees north band. Nile Meridian. Temple of Man alignment. This is the eclipse Matías De Stefano calls the activation of the spine of Earth. 2028, another total solar eclipse, July 22, 2028. Crosses Australia and New Zealand. Intersects the 2027 path geometrically at 90 degrees. Forming a planetary-scale cross-alignment, similar to 2017 plus 2024 in the U.S. 2029, Apophis flyby, April 13, 2029. Passes inside geostationary satellite orbits. Bright as a star, visible with naked eye. Earth's gravity will modify its rotation and trajectory. Represents the closest large asteroid encounter in modern history. 2. The combined pattern, 2026 to 2029. Together these produce tri-eclipse alignment window, 2026 to 2028. 3 strong solar eclipses in 2026, 2027, 2028. This creates a compression cycle of the Sun-Moon-Earth system, followed by the 2029 asteroid event. A cosmic body entering the system during the tail end of the eclipse cycle equals rare. This echoes older cycles where eclipse clusters plus celestial objects equals civilizational reset points. 3. Hermetic/Bardonian interpretation. You can map the events onto the elemental forces. 2026 equals air, Mercury rotation nodes plus annularity. Air equals movement, communication shift. This year is mental rewiring. 2027 equals water, Nile, Isis, moon over Egypt. Water equals memory, Akashic unlocking. This is the flood of information eclipse. 2028 equals fire, austral solar crossing. Fire equals ignition, will, transformation. Australia equals solar chakra node of Earth in Steiner's geography. 2029 equals Earth, Apophis. Earth equals crystallization, material event. Asteroids always belong to the Saturn sphere, Bardon. So, the 4 years map to the 4 hermetic elements in perfect order. Air, 2026. Water, 2027. Fire, 2028. Earth, 2029. This is extremely rare. Hermetically, this is called a fourfold manifestation gate or tetragrammatic window. In Bardon's system, this aligns with JHVH activation. 4. Steiner interpretation, Akasha plus planetary karma. Rudolf Steiner predicted. Aramanic incarnation window 2030. Preceded by a sequence of solar eclipses, near-Earth celestial disturbances, electromagnetic irregularities, geopolitical polarization. He said this period establishes a trial of discernment. Humanity will be tested whether it recognizes the spiritual in the physical. Apophis 2029 was literally described by Steiner's students as the herald of the Aramanic shadow. It is not destructive, but it acts as a collective karmic mirror. Combine this with the 2027 Egypt eclipse and you get solar occultation over ancient initiatory axis, followed by Aramanic physical proximity, a classical light versus shadow alignment. 5.
Matías De Stefano interpretación.
Matías explains that 2026 to 2028, 12 solar Earth gates reintegration. He says Earth will align. 12 solstices, 12 equinoxes, 12 star gates into a toroidal field reset. 2027, activation of the Nile temples. He claims Luxor plus Karnak represent solar plexus of Earth, memory of ancient Orion cultures, the opening of the heart-mind of humanity. This matches the water equals memory hermetic interpretation. 2029, the trigger. In his model, Apophis is a catalyst, a frequency spike, not a physical threat, but an axis point that changes how we perceive reality. He calls 2029 the start of the new solar plate cycle lasting until 2036. 6. Pattern summary. If we synthesize all three systems, 2026 to 2028, solar, lunar, and planetary forces compress and synchronize, human consciousness decompresses. 2029. External cosmic object enters resonance. Earth's field is jolted, collective timeline stabilizes or destabilizes, depending on consciousness. Nothing catastrophic, but highly symbolic and perfect for esoteric interpretation. Final summary. What's actually aligning? A rare 3-year sequence of major solar eclipses. The longest eclipse of the century over ancient Egypt. Path intersection creating a planetary-scale cross. The closest modern encounter with a large asteroid, Apophis. A 4-element hermetic progression, air, water, fire, earth. A Steiner-style karmic cycle leading toward the 2030 shift. The grid activation Matías describes as a solar toroidal reset. This is not doomsday. It is a synchronization window.